Hello, this is Talion Trevere here with this week's Speed Paint. Let me just make sure I have everything set up. Check on the Twitch too. I just have everything in like multiple windows. I have to make sure it's working properly. Switch here. It's loading. I don't know. YouTube at least seems to be live, so I think we're fine. Anyway, we are here for another speed paint. I guess last time the super complicated one was not enough for me. So this one is going to be arguably even worse. I've had this one sitting in my folder for a long while now and have always kind of been dreading it. Not that I'm necessarily, obligated to draw all of the potential uh references that I have stored, but I wasn't sure if I would ever really get to this one. But here we are. I think perhaps I am ready. I was setting up for the stream today and I was just like, you know what? I think I want to do this one. I'm scared for it, but we're gonna give it a try. I am also feeling super tired today, but I feel like a nice speed paint will perk me right up. There's just so much going on in there. Oh, that's too low, I think. Gosh. Um, oh, is that at about the right height? I think this is too high. So this is... It's like... I don't know, like 3/5 of the way up from the bottom, kind of? So it would be like here. Hmm. Yeah, this looks good. I just will need to move literally everything else to account for that. This horizon line here is like 1/3 of the way up. Yeah, that was way too high. Maybe like here. I feel like there's so much detail to like try to get in here though. It's gonna be scary. Yeah, that looks maybe about right. And then so this ends like a little bit above the halfway mark, I think. Like that. Uh-oh, pen. Come back, pen. If you guys remember in my most recent art stream, I replaced the battery in this thing, hoping that that would help. And it does not appear to have helped. I have been looking into buying a new pen, so I might do that. That was kind of my thought, that I would try to replace the battery one more time and see if maybe that would fix the issue. And if not, then it's time for a new pen, which is very unfortunate, but I'll give it a try. In the meantime, we just have to pray that this one decides to wake up. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on, come on. I guess it's not really a Italian art stream without pen issues, huh? You know what? This part I can just do with my mouse. I don't need a pen for that. You can probably delete these too. Okay. Pen, are you back? No? Oh no. feel like sometimes like unscrewing it and re-screwing it helps sometimes. I've also experimented with like putting in little bits of foil to help with the contact, but that seems to only somewhat help too. Oh, there we go. The re-screwing trick does its job. Okay, there we go. There's just so much going on in here. I think this is kind of the main thing to get in. And try not to make it too big. Let's see. What's the sizing on this? I think the middle of it more or less lines up with the top of this. So like there. And then the bottom of it is like maybe like that. Or is that too small? No, I think that's fine actually. Daishima and Raiders, welcome to the stream. Hey guys. We're kind of just getting started here. There's a lot to draw. For anyone who does not know how this works, I have 1 hour to draw stuff. So, yeah. +19-year-old tea raid. Ooh. How was the tea? These like big circles are gonna be tricky because they're just so distorted by the perspective. Drawing these lines is so hard. It was good. 3 different fermented raw pour teas. Ooh, nice. Well, thanks for coming by. I'm not especially chatty during these because I'm very focused on trying to finish up my drawing here. These lines need to be very flat. I'm very bad at drawing straight lines. Let's see. Mm. That. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background here. I feel like this one is going to necessitate kind of maybe longer than usual sketch time, just so I can try to get this stuff in before I attempt to color anything. There's that. Okay. Yeah, this bit here is too high. Needs to be kind of down here, I think. More towards the bottom of the globe. I feel like I ended up with too much space here. Oh no, you know what it is? There's more of like a platform here too, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Sort of like that. And then there's just like so much shit going on up here. How do I even get that in? Um, this maybe needs to go down like that. Too high. It's kind of going towards this, pretty much. So like that, and then this big arc over here. Is that correct? Yeah, that looks about correct. Though I think this thing needs to maybe be moved over a little bit more this way. Anyway. There's just so much happening. What do I do with any of this? Spacing here is definitely off. I think what happened is I put my globe too far to the right. You know what? I don't often do this, but I think I'm going to try to just cut it out and take, I don't know, maybe this entire section. Move it over like that. That looks better. Except I guess I'll have to adjust some of this other stuff. Close enough. Okay. Keep getting it off. Like that. That seems about correct. Except for this. Like you can clearly see that there's a lot of sky visible here. So I think I need to bring the height of that wall way, way down. That or I need to bring the bridge up. I think I need to bring the wall down. Maybe down to around here. Okay. That's actually coming together pretty nicely. I think the main thing we're kind of missing is these like arches here, which honestly, those are kind of small details. Maybe I should not be focusing on them because there's too much detail in here. I'm going to have to cut out so much of it. I'm just not gonna have the time. I mean, there's more details in like this arch and like all of this stuff. I think this is, oh no, you know what I'm really missing? I really need to get this clock. It's not even really a clock. I guess maybe it is. It's just hard to see any kind of detail on it. Hang on, there's definitely more detail in here that I'm still missing. Okay, there we go. Wow, that is probably by far the most complicated sketch I've ever done for one of these. I usually just kind of quick sketch and then move on to the color, but this one just has so much going on. I do think I'm going to try to clean up a little bit of this line here, just because I kind of... Mostly I just want to get rid of the second one. There's only one visible. Oh, whew. This is also going to be a pretty tricky one to split up by layers. I think the like background sky layer is the simplest. Like that we can definitely just do. Okay. Let's get ourselves a sky color. Too much. Mm. Good enough? Good enough. And then let's go in with a lighter. Here. This time I might just ignore the clouds, to be honest. Y'all know I love drawing clouds, but this one is going to be so difficult. I think I need to like cut out as much detail as humanly possible. Maybe go even lighter on the edges here. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to try to do the rest of this as pretty much one layer. That's probably a bad idea, but there's just so much going on that trying to figure out what layer to put what on is going to be a nightmare. So let's just start with like a blue color, I think. Um, that's too purple. Still feels too purple. Why does all feel really purple? Doesn't seem right. I think that's a decent color to start. I feel like I'm really gonna regret doing this on one layer though. But let's start that way for now. Then maybe we can try to... I say that we can try to move things to different layers later, but I know in practice that's not going to happen. Um, Trying to figure out how much I should do with what color. I'm definitely going to need to put in more lighter colors eventually. It actually doesn't seem like there's a pillar here, which is kind of weird because the pillars are uneven. So maybe I'll ignore this one. You know what? I'm gonna put in this brighter spot over here too. What color to use for that? Hmm. I want to probably go more towards like a warmer tone. Do we want to go purpley? Maybe? Is purpley good? That's maybe too purple. Oh, wait. That's also not what I wanted to do. Um, Maybe just start with that. Oh, hey. Maybe give it a little bit of the purpley pinky. Just a touch. Just for a bit of variety. And then smooth that all out. Okay. That's a start. Now let's go back to this maybe. I'm maybe gonna go in with that for these shadow colors, although I think this is a different color really, but let's just put that in for now. Do I want to put in this shadow with that color? This shadow is probably going to be the weirdest color in this image, because in general, the cast shadows in this piece are really blue, but this like plaza here, the tiles have this very warm like beigey color, and they're like mixing here in a strange way. Plus it has the reflection of this cool blue light over here. So this is like a strip of super weird color that I'm not sure what to do with, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay. Let's try to go for some of these colors. What is that? What is that? I'm gonna try this, but it's a start, but it's not perfect. I definitely want to get some more of the warm tones in there at some point. Oh gosh. Try to just kind of fill in some of this, especially this area, because there's so many small details that I'm probably going to have to erase. So I think I'll just kind of fill this in. And then if I have time somehow, by some miracle, I can maybe go back and fill that in with colors that make more sense. Maybe do this to this one too. Uh-oh. Apologies if I just froze. My phone is overheating. Lovely. And actually back here, this is more of a filled in. Oh gosh, so many things happening. Here too. I'm ignoring the banners for now. The banners will hopefully happen eventually if I have time. Yeah. Sure, let's use the purpley there for now. Oof. Not the best start, but there's a lot happening here and it's gonna take a while. Oh my gosh, we're almost at halftime though. That's bad. Fill in some of these parts. Um, Leaving the middle because that's definitely a different color. You know what? Sure, whatever. Fill that all in like that. Screw it. Let's put the shadow in. Let's start going in with some of the warmer colors. Sure, close enough. Except not all the way. Here we still need more of the two shadows. I really hope that at some point I'm going to have time to go back into this blue color and update that because that's not really the right color that I want. And I do want like kind of border color. Oh man, this is not placed correctly. I think it needs to go more like that. Just kind of outlining the edges of this shadow here. Kind of like that is where it goes. Okay. And you know what? Maybe I might try to get some of the like warm tones in here. for a start. Let's fill in this bit with, sure. Especially I think in these parts, yeah, so like this. No, I'm gonna need the thick brush for that. Oh boy. Ideally I would like to really make these lines well defined, but I don't have time for super nice clean lines on these speed paints. I really need like a darker, warm tone. Right, because this really needs to go all the way up to the top there. Oh gosh. It's also kind of uncomfortable because I do try to keep these drawings like in one place as I draw. Um, and having it like at the bottom of the screen here does make it pretty tricky to draw like this. Now that it's not in the shadows, I think we can do something like that. Whew. These colors are so beautiful. I really hope that I can do them at least a little bit of justice. I think mine here is ending up kind of more saturated, but that's not a bad thing. I like to kind of exaggerate the colors a little bit. Um, you know what? While I have this, I might try to use this color for some of these highlights over here. I don't know if it's going to be the right one, but man, this spacing is not correct. I have way too much space here compared to how this is very close. Um, I mean, I can fix that. I think this edge just needs to be much closer to this. More like that, I think. What am I doing? Let's start putting in some of the other colors in here, I think. So many colors. I'm just gonna put this in like that to start. Um, get some brightness in some of these other places. And also get some of that that like warm border color. This needs to go farther down, though, I think. Again, ignoring the banner just for now. I don't have the time to think about that right now. This I think also needs to be lower. Also ignoring this banner. This entrance here is gonna have to be super dark. Um, Whew. Hello, Beyonder on Twitch. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what I'm doing. We have 20 minutes left, and this whole area is still totally not done. Oh my gosh. I think we're starting to enter the panic zone. Maybe just a little bit. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Um, okay, I think I'm going to need to put aside at least like 10 minutes or so just for the globe thing. But before that, I'm gonna try to put in a little bit of this stuff because I think that's also super important. My gosh, there's so many different like pillars and stuff going on over in this area. I'm gonna need to get a darker color at some point to try to put in some of this. And I'm definitely gonna need like a more teal sort of color. How do I get that? Good enough. I think this needs to go wider too. I think I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna put in darker areas. And then down here too. You know what? I'm gonna just fill this in with this teal sort of color. Although here it looks way too dark. Whew, oh boy. We need to go greener too. Some highlights and stuff in there, and just maybe in here for, whoa. Go bluer for those shadows, I guess. Um, sure. That's probably close enough. Maybe that's close enough. It looks really weird, but uh, that's what it's gonna have to be, I think. Go with that, and then let's get some of the lighter color and like put in that. I think that's more than I can expect for this part. That's gonna be more than enough for sure. Um, let's get the clock thing in. Don't even know what to do with that. Oh. Pen, please. Oh no, not again. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, come on. Wow, we have like no time. Oh, pen is back at least. And it's gone again. Pen. You know what? For this, maybe I can just... Ah! I was attempting to do it with my mouse, but... Pen, please come back. Please work. Maybe I'll just leave it like that, because again, in this one, we really just do not have the time to go into any detail, just because there's too much going on. Too much happening here. And the pen is not working. Beautiful. Just what we need. No. Come on. Come on, please. There we go. There we go. We'll do a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit of lighter colors and stuff. Oops. Okay, that's gonna be it for that. Let's also try to put in this bit. This is such a mess, but that's just how this one is gonna be. That's just how it's happening. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna put this in just so we don't have, oh gosh. Try to keep the lines at least a little bit smooth. Just because so we don't have like total blank areas. Okay, I'm gonna put the orb thing on a separate layer. Whew, okay. Orb time. Less teal, I think, more blue. Now, the thing is, it's pretty transparent, so you can kind of see through the other stuff. So maybe I need to put more back here. I don't even remember what colors I used. Close enough. Get some these lighter colors in here. Just kind of do whatever, do something. Okay, there we go. Now orb time. You know what? Let's kind of whoops. Smooth it out a little bit. Blend it. There is so much going on in this orb. Uh-oh, what's going on? Why is it not working? Oh, using the wrong brush. Is this gonna be an okay color? I think I probably need to go for something a little bit more gold. There we go. That's still like too orange. I think I would need something yellower. In an ideal world where I had time, I would go with this color and then do a separate layer with a lighter color. But again, I don't know if I'll have time to do that. We definitely want to go in with some... I think I might just go straight white. Or at least like something very close to white. More like blues in there. Maybe even some purples. Oh boy, we really don't have time, huh? Okay. Something like that. Like to put some... Oops. It's like top here. Oops. Trying to like, get these to line up at least a little bit. And there's like all this green glow and stuff on there that I definitely am not gonna have time to do. Although it is kind of important. Maybe let's see if I can get a little bit of green in there. Okay, I think that's as much as we can do for that. Gosh, we have 10 minutes left. I think the most important thing to put in would be the like platform that it's on. I feel like that would probably give us the most bang for our buck. Let's see. I think let's maybe take our gold colors from the orb and try to put those into the platform. That might be our best bet. I I think I'm actually gonna do it on the orb layer. Or that'll be tricky. I don't know. Let's try to do it on this layer. Even though there's already a lot of stuff kind of cluttering it up. That okay? Does that make any sense? Do that. Okay, and now I think we can kind of try to shade some of this, put in some of the shadows. This is not dark enough, but it might have to do. I guess we can go in with whatever darker colors we had and try to use those for a little bit of shading. Oh, I'm using the soft brush. Wait, which brush was I even using? Oh, transparent watercolor, of course. Was I, oh my gosh, was I trying to put in these with the transparent watercolor? Because if so, then like, no shit, nothing was showing up. Okay. That's starting to get there a little bit. Let's, I think I ideally would not want to use the blue to shade this. I would want to, although I think the blue is working okay. Um, that's happening. And then let's maybe, oh gosh, we're not going to be able to connect these stairs at all. That's as good as it's going to get. Absolutely. Man, this this shadow looks so weird. It's totally misshapen. Oh no. Um, wow, we're actually doing surprisingly well on this though. Like given how it started and just how messy this entire paint has been. Um, it's coming out surprisingly decent. Whoa. Panic. Yeah, welcome to the tins. Welcome to the stream, Tin, is what I wanted to say. Um, oh gosh. Oh, I really want to put in some more detail back here. I think so. What I wanted to do was get in a darker color of some kind. Here. Um, I'm absolutely not going to have time to like put in any of these trees or anything. That's just not happening. Oh, come on, don't do that. But I'm honestly shocked at how this is actually sort of coming together. Like, obviously it's not perfect, but it's like way better than I expected it to be, judging by like how the very start started. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna get into those banners. I don't think that's a possibility at this point. I go like I think we want to go more saturated in these um shadows actually. I don't know, these shadows are not sitting right with me. Oh, there's like this whole thingy over here that I kind of skipped. Let's put that in. Might as well. Let's see. Kind of want to go in just with a little bit of the like fountain. I think there's just like water in here. So there's that. This looks really wrong. I would really like to put some like more of some sort of detail in there. Um, put in like there's just stuff here. Um, maybe put in some of these like arches, sort of kind of just kind of give everything a little bit more texture. Over here we've got like nothing happening basically. Let's see if we can fix that. There's like this arch thing over here and like shadows underneath it. Oops. There. Like a whole bunch of stuff that I really don't have time to adequately portray. Um, I don't know. Let's see. What else can we kind of fit in here? Um, that actually like came together shockingly well. I think it might actually be nice to put in some of the clouds, even though I said at the beginning that we wouldn't have time for that, but I think we can actually maybe do it. I can even maybe put in those banners I said I wasn't gonna have time for. That's maybe a tall order. Um, I don't know. Let's take a look at this. What else do we want to do? So I'm kind of looking at the side for reference, and there's definitely some places that need kind of darkening, I think. Not with that brush. Get something lighter and like oops. Actually, I should probably check my values here. Oops. I'm gonna smooth this out. Uh, where else did I want to darken? I think over here. We just need a bigger brush. Just kind of Just kind of put some more of this color in here, and maybe like in other places too. Gosh, there's so much happening here. And I'm honestly pretty impressed with how much of it I actually did manage to get in. We are over time. I didn't even notice. Um, but damn. Uh, I am impressed by how much this actually resembles the original. I feel like up until like 40 minutes in, it looked like absolute garbage. Oh, am I still? I'm still frozen. Am I back? Okay, here we go. Sorry. Um, yeah, well, I think we can call that done. That was a really tough one. It's definitely very far from perfect, but like, it is kind of cool how not awful it turned out. Uh, it's definitely a fun one. It's definitely one that I wish I had more time on. This could have been very cool if I had time to go in for more of the details. You're very brave picking those references. Yeah, I've had this one lying around for a long time and I have avoided it for a long time. But today I just was feeling brave, I guess. Um I wish I had some time to put in some of the greenery. There's all these like trees and bushes and stuff and they're just not here. But yeah, I mean, I agree with my decision to omit them because there's too much other stuff that I really needed to get in. Ah, man, some of these are really tough. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for today. I think I think I did an admirable job. I think I did a good job hanging in there and just powering through even when it looked like all hope was lost. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Um, yeah, that'll be it for today. Um, yeah, so next week we're gonna be back to Of the Devil. I hope you guys can join for that. And then next weekend, hopefully, will be another speed paint. And that will probably be the last speed paint for a while because I'm going to be on vacation for a good chunk of October. So, yeah. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You too, Tin. Hope you had a good time. Yeah. See you guys later. Actually, can I just let me see if I can maybe raid someone on Twitch? I've never done that. I don't even know who's streaming right now. Um, I don't know. I went into the like raid thing and it's a whole bunch of people that I don't know. Obviously, like there's very few people that I do know. I don't think anyone I know is currently streaming. So, I don't know, maybe some other time. Anyway, I guess that'll be it then. All right, see you guys later.